The last time, do you remember, I put up a thing and I said the old African proverb, you know, that a log can lie in the river for 10 years but it'll never be a crocodile. And I think you're halfway through. You've shown by your activity that actually you're not logs, but you're crocodiles. You're active and you're energetic and you're working in your communities. I asked myself, you know, sometimes, because I do volunteer myself, and there's sometimes you say to yourself, this is really hard work, and you know, I don't know why I do it. In fact, you must have nights when you say, why do I do this? And I would just reverse the question and say, if you didn't do it, what would be the consequence for the community or for the area or for the project that you want and the community needs? So I just want to encourage you and thank you for coming to this part of the journey.
Things that we learned in our journey would be our communication skills. They have improved both internally and externally. Internally, in that we are talking to each other more, we're finding new ways of keeping everyone informed of what's going on with regards to meetings and sending out agendas and doing different bits and pieces like that. And externally, with letting the community know both what we have to offer at the minute and also what they want in the future. We've also learned a good bit from Bernard on planning, whereas before someone would have said, that's an idea, great, let's do it, and you were halfway through the project before you realised, you know, we've rushed into this, there wasn't a need for it, or we don't have the funds for it or whatever, so we've really learned to stop and sort of step back and plan things before we actually execute them.
But there are times when he really needs to have a look at what he's working with. As you can see, I'm probably the shortest guy in the room. On it that I'm short-sighted, but he sticks our notes up. But anyway, on a more serious note, what we've learned from this program, what we're learning to do, is we're learning how to fine-tune our efforts to a better effect than what we have been doing. We've probably been doing things on a very ad hoc basis, flying by the seat of our pants, if you like. Possibly doing things correctly, or not, as the case may be. What we haven't been doing, we found, is we haven't really been linking it up to the accepted management theory, if you like. But we've been getting there slowly but surely. Just before I go, if you've never heard of Sillertown, you haven't been listening. Thank you.
We're putting a project together for this. It's going to be called Meeting the Neighbours. Our intention is to bring all the neighbours together at different times round to our hall. Well, to say hall, it's a room, you know what I mean, we're painted. And we're above the bookies. Another good thing about this, there's only 2 streets, but there's 5 bars and a club. You're all more welcome down and see us. But that's what we're about. We need to build with the community and hope to develop it. We were so used to the way we lived in that place, you know, there was no such thing as locked doors or barred doors. The doors were left open. We're hoping to get that in this new community. That's our intention. Thank you.
Well done.
I said that we in Jennymount have been longing for this vision of ours as family centre, and it always just seems that nothing ever happens, at 1 step forward and about 10 back. But listening to you tonight, you have given us encouragement and hope, and that we should plant our sequoia trees, and that our family centre, or whatever name it's going to be known by, in God's good time will come. So thank you very much for your encouragement.
We've also identified that we have different skills and styles that complement each other and facilitate effective teamwork. Although my team will tell you, we discuss everything and I make the decisions. We have a very clear vision of where we want to be now and how we're going to get there. So I'd like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to Kelly as well, because our work is really, really paying off for us. And I'll hand you over to Vincent now, who'll talk to you the project.
We also recognise that in terms of competitiveness, we were maybe a wee bit too nice, and we needed to be competitive. I know it's a community voluntary sector, but we needed to push ourselves out there a wee bit more. Big thing we learned was that there is a difference between management and leadership. While we all had good managerial skills, we maybe lacked leadership skills, especially in terms of delegation. And that's something that we're working on now and improving on. But we've really learnt a lot about each other as a team, and we've become, you know, closer and more cohesive. And we know where we're going and we know what strengths to play to and what we need to improve on over the coming months.
Prepare to fail, and basically, it does what it says. Like, if you haven't got everything in front of you, haven't got all the coherent parts, you're never going to come to your final goal. And then finally, it was just to be realistic when setting goals, and that it's all about taking small steps in order to achieve.
It'll help us to understand the needs of the community. The needs that were in 2003 may not necessarily be the needs now. Also, we would hope that it would be a big impact on designing our future projects to meet the needs, and this will influence our strategy and vision.
As a group, we're trying to bring women out of their homes and into our community, to try and get them more involved and see what's going on in the community. Just to learn women new skills, to hopefully to get out to work as well, because a lot of people are stuck in. So we want to visualise on the mums in the house with their young children and all. That's all I've got to say. I'm so nervous.
So what you wouldn't read out was that what they said was not that they could now project plan with confidence, but actually said, hadn't a baldy about how to go about it. That's good enough for me.
Best, because we think it's good, asking those people out there who hopefully are going to benefit from our centre. Is this what they really need? Is this what they really want? And will it really bring a quality and meaning to their life that perhaps is missing at the present time?
And also, as I said, we used to depend on our chairman and our manager, but now, through looking at the different leadership styles, we've realised that we all have leadership skills. Not just the loudest speakers, but we all have those skills. And as we work together as a team, we blend together and really come together as a team.
And the learning for the group by doing all this, I suppose, is teamwork. We're all going to be working as a team. We've got the action plan. I'm happily able to delegate a bit now, and we're going to have everyone doing different tasks, action plan, and sharing the workload. And I think the bottom line is, at the end, we should have a sense of achievement that we've achieved something positive for the group.
So he's hard at work.